This is Craig Scott here from Fight Talk. This is episode 2 of the Breakout series. I'm joined here today by the Long Island native, New York City, Seanie Monaghan. Seanie, how are you today, mate?
Very good, man. Thanks for having me.
Not a problem. Pleasure to have you on. Now, obviously, Seanie, for any UK fans listening out there, where does the nickname Irish Seanie Monaghan come from? Tell us a little bit about your background.
Well, I'm Irish American. My mother was pregnant with me when they came here from Navan in Ireland. I was born in New York and raised in New York, but most of my family is still back in Ireland. So, just as like a promotional thing, when I went pro, people saying, "Oh, you should call yourself Irish," you know, like Irish Mickey Ward and like that. So we kind of ran with that thing, you know.
Excellent. And obviously, being from New York, I know there's a massive Irish population there. Is there anything better than walking out at Madison Square Garden to that Irish madness?
Well, I just became a free agent, so right now we're not really sure what we're gonna do. Top Rank's making me an offer to go back with them, but I'm looking to land a big fight right now.
Yeah.
So fighting on an undercard right now doesn't really interest me. You know what I mean? Like I'm looking for a bigger fight than fighting on the undercard right now. So we'll see. I'm not saying it's not going to happen, but right now we're negotiating a couple of different things.
And I was going to say, obviously, you are currently, I believe, number 4 with the IBF, number 7 with the WBO, and number 9 with the WBC, and that's in the light heavyweight division. Give us a bit of information on the politics involved in the division at the moment, because I know there's a lot of talk of rematches, whether it's Cleverly and Bremer, whether it's Kovalev and Ward. How do you feel that affects the division?
It's very mysterious, to be honest with you, the way those rankings work. Typically what happens is if you win a belt, you get ranked in the top 10. So I won a WBC belt a while back, and then I won a WBO belt a while ago, and I was ranked as high as number 3 at one point. And then, I don't know, you just move up and down depending on what they feel like doing, to tell you the truth. I started making a lot of noise. I was ranked number 4 or 5 or something. I started making a lot of noise about the WBA, saying I wanted to fight Bremer. And we were going back and forth with Bremer's people, and they had given a verbal agreement to someone at Top Rank. They said, "Listen, we promised Sean's next," when he was supposed to fight Tom Yushizin. So Tom Yushizin pulled out of the fight with whatever issues he was having, and I was saying to myself, "Oh, Jesus, this is it. This is the big one. I'm gonna fight Bremer." And I was willing to go to Germany. And next thing he fights some other guy, a super middleweight from Germany that he already beat, and then all of a sudden I got dropped from the rankings completely for no reason. I said, "Oh man, maybe I was making a bit too much noise over there or something." I don't know what the story was with that, but it can be very weird the way those rankings work.
Yeah, it almost seems political at times, the way people can move up and down, and obviously I read an interview with you saying that you were obviously quite close to the Bremer fight, and then when I looked at the rankings recently, you were nowhere to be seen in the WBA. Very, very interesting how that works.
Yeah, definitely. Like I said, maybe I made a bit too much noise or something like that. I don't know. We assumed I was gonna, like, this is very personal, but I got a screenshot sent to me. Someone from Top Rank, I won't say any names, got a message from someone over there in Sauerland Promotion saying, "I promise you, Sean's next." And the guy from Top Rank screenshot it and sent it to me, like, "Look, I'm telling you, man, they're saying you next." Because I kept always asking Top Rank, I said, "What's going on? When am I going to get a big fight? When am I going to get a big fight?" And they said, "Oh, we got Bremer, don't worry, we got Bremer coming." And then all of a sudden, I get dropped from the rankings, and they moved that guy who wasn't ranked anywhere. They put him at like number 8 or something right before he fought Bremer, and then I was gone. So I said, "Oh man," so they can do what they want to do, and I don't want to say too much, put my foot in my mouth, because I'm still hoping to get a big fight.
Yeah.
I don't want to upset any of the boxing organizations out there right now.
Oh, of course.
It's really weird how it works.
Yeah, I mean, obviously we don't want that at all. I'm sure you would take any big opportunity, you know. What do you think the next 12 months has in store for you? Is this it? Are you definitely going to get a shot this year, do you think?
Well, like I said, I'm a free agent now. I just got out of my contract with Top Rank, and I really have no interest at all in fighting another journeyman guy. I need a big fight, and it just my last couple of fights, to be honest with you, I haven't even looked that well. I haven't looked that good because my heart wasn't into it. I was almost like in a weird, almost depressed in a way with boxing. I was like seeing these other guys that came up with getting big fights, big names on TV and getting big money, and I'm fighting journeyman in Nebraska somewhere, and people started saying, "Oh, Monaghan doesn't want to fight anybody, this and that." And I said, "My God," I said, they have no idea. They think it's up to me, like I choose what's going to happen.
Yeah.
You know, so when you sign with a promoter, you're at their mercy. You can only take what they give you. You know, so I've never turned down any fight, and like I said, I'm willing to fight anybody out there. And now that I'm a free agent, I'm looking to make something big happen. So I don't have any answers right now about what's going to happen next, but it's all good stuff that we're talking about.
Good. Yeah, I was looking obviously at a couple of highlight clips of yourself. I was looking at your rankings, your record, and all these bits and pieces as well, and it all looks flawless. To be honest, there's not really anything that's went wrong in your career so far. Do you think starting a little bit later in boxing has been good for you?
Well, it's been good and bad. I mean, I know guys who are studs in the amateurs who went pro when they were 22. By the time they're 26, 27, they're shot because they've been getting punched in the head since they were little kids.
Yeah.
You know, so I'm very well preserved for my age, but I do notice, to be honest with you, at 35 years old, I've got to do a lot more like maintenance work, like stretching, and I do yoga and stuff like that because I'll get sore from working out more than say an 18-year-old kid would. But it's just another thing on my list that I got to take care of, and I don't feel like any young kid can beat me. I feel like I'm too seasoned, I'm too smart, I'm too confident, too relaxed, and I know what a young kid comes. They come in aggressive and everything, but I think I've got a mental advantage over them. As long as my body's holding up the way it is, and so far so good.
I actually read an incredible article on yourself by obviously the great Thomas Hauser. I think it was a couple of years ago. Is that right?
Yeah.
Fantastic piece. And it was kind of just talking about your career so far, how you got into boxing. And I think it's fair to say before you got involved in boxing, there was a few colourful things going on in your life outside of the sport. What happened in your life to turn everything around, and how has boxing played a part in that, Seanie?
Well, to tell you the truth, I really didn't have any kind of game plan for my life at all, and I was kind of just wandering around getting into trouble. The one thing I like to do is fight, and the one sport that I loved was boxing. I don't watch American football or baseball or anything like that. I watch a bit of it, but I'm not really passionate about it. I don't really care that much. But boxing, I've been a gigantic boxing fan since I was a kid. Back in the 80s, all my uncles and them used to come out from Ireland, and they'd wake me up in the middle of the night and let me watch Mike Tyson fights. And they'd be telling me, trying to teach me how to fight when I was like 4 or 5 years old, giving me little advice on what to do. And they just kind of raised me like a little pit bull. Like I was always, excited about boxing, and I always wanted to fight. And I ended up getting into a lot of trouble because of it. Eventually, fighting in the streets and fighting in bars and stuff like that. And I got myself into this position where I got into a lot of trouble. I got a felony, I got arrested, and there's a big fight, and a couple of people went to the hospital, and I was looking at doing some jail time. And I started boxing, and luckily the judge let me off. It didn't make me go to jail, but put me on probation. And my best friend at the time, he was the one who really said to me, he says, "Listen, man, you're knocking all these guys out on the street. Why don't you try boxing for real?" And as crazy as it sounds, it never even occurred to me, really. I was like, wow, that's a crazy idea, I never thought of it somehow. And they took me to a boxing gym, and I walked in, and I just saw the place, and I smelled the place. And I said, wow, man, I just instantly fell in love with it, and I just knew. I said, this is what I want. This is what I want to do. And then from that point on, I've been with the same trainer my whole life, Coach Joe Higgins. I've been with him since day one. And my friend Bobby, the one who brought me to the gym, ended up getting murdered a couple of months after that. I got a tattoo on my chest of his name, and I give it a little tap before every fight because he's in my heart every time I get in that ring and I'm thinking about him. And if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be where I am right now.
Absolutely. Very, very sorry to hear. That's tragic stuff, but I think obviously that's had a massive influence on your career, and I think it obviously drives you forward as well, I would imagine. one of the things that stands out to me is the career before boxing, and it also in your division right now, the light heavyweight division, we have Joe Smith Jr., who's kind of making waves in the division, and it was a big sort of media skirmish because he was a builder, or he was working on a building site, and he's just started getting into the big time on boxing. He beat B-Hop recently, he obviously beat Fonfara in the first round as well. I believe you were in a similar line of work before you started boxing. You were a bricklayer, is that right?
That's right, yeah, I was a bricklayer straight out of school. I was doing construction when I was a kid even. And when I got out of high school, I got straight into the bricklayers union. But like I said, on the weekends I would, I'd go out and enjoy myself. And usually there'd be some kind of, fights, and not all the time, but just like any kind of regular guy will get into fights. But I was always knocking the guys out really nice.
Yeah.
So I got a little reputation for myself, and that's why that's kind of where my big following started. Because honestly, at my first professional fight, I had 200 or 300 people show up to watch me fight. All people from around in my town where I live and all the surrounding areas who knew who I was. They said, "Oh man, I want to see what this guy could do in the boxing ring." Because I've heard about him. So and my following just grew ever since there. From day one I was a good ticket seller, and now I'm the biggest ticket seller in New York. I don't even have a title or anything, but I could pack a place out.
Yeah. That's fantastic, and that was all word of mouth because of what had happened outside of the ring.
Yeah, exactly, man. It's like I said, from the first time I made my pro debut, we had 300 people show up. I had my sister take care of selling the tickets for me, and she was like, "Man, you're killing me." She goes, "That was a lot more work than I thought it was going to be." She had hundreds of people calling her.
What do you I don't think, I might be wrong, and if I'm wrong, tell me, but I don't think you fought in the UK or Ireland, am I right?
No, I've never fought outside of America, and I would love to. I'm really in awe of the British boxing scene right now. It's like Anthony Joshua selling out a stadium in 5 minutes, 80,000 people. It's amazing. The British fans are really unbelievable, and I've met a lot of British boxing fans at boxing events. They'll travel to New York, no problem, to watch fights. And I met a bunch of them, and it was really shocking to see that they knew me, even like young kids knew me over there. And I think like Sky Sports and that, they show the whole fight. They show the undercards and everything. So in America, boxing's kind of fading right now.
It's a strange... I was going to say it's a strange thing.
It's not as good as it is in England as far as the following goes. They've got, I think they join up with the soccer fans and that. You got like Tony Bellew and them. He's from Liverpool and that, and he's got all the Liverpool people following him. And it's just, the British sports fans are just unbelievable, man. They really stand behind their people. Yeah,
the boxing scene right now is exploding here in the UK, and I think when you take into account the Irish fans and all you have to do, and I'm sure you were caught up in it when Conor McGregor popped over to New York. The Irish fans are insane. They're the best in the world, I think. And I think what was that like? Were you
have a good time? That's for sure.
Were you in the city when that happened? Were you about in the area?
I was actually in Ireland at the time. And we stayed up. I stayed up to about 6 in the morning.
Yeah.
With a bunch of people to watch the McGregor fight, and the following that guy has is unbelievable. He's like I think he's a special athlete. I know he talks a lot, and some people don't like it. And when I went back to Ireland, it was kind of divided amongst the older people who said, "Oh, he's a big mouth. He talks too much," and the young kids all loves him.
Yeah.
But the one thing is, that guy backs it up, man.
Yeah.
So I think he's a special athlete. I was over when I was in Ireland. I met up with Steve Collins.
Yeah.
He bought me a cup of coffee, and he was telling me that McGregor trains at his brother's gym.
Yeah, Packy Collins, right?
Yeah, Packy. Yeah. So I met Packy. I went up and met Packy, and I took a look around the gym, and it was just very interesting. They were telling me, they said, "Man, this McGregor trains here." They said he's the only MMA guy that they've seen who could come and actually spar with the boxers and do well. And he said that he crawls around the gym in his hands, crawls around like a crab, and he does all these flips in the gym. He said he'll come in, he'll stretch for an hour, then he'll walk around on his hands for an hour. He'll do the length of the gym, walking around like a crab, and then he goes to another gym and he does like aerobic stuff. And he said this guy is a freak of nature, man. The way he trains is so unusual, but you can see it in his fights, man. He's very loose. He's a very dangerous guy, man.
Yeah, very movement orientated, isn't he? Do you think, obviously, you're a New York native, mate. I know your parents are from Ireland. You're from Long Island, New York. Do you think the legalization or the sanctioning of MMA in New York can take away from the success of boxing? Do you think that could remove fans from boxing and young kids starting out?
I don't really think so, unless they have like an event in the same night. You know what I mean? Where half the people will go to the MMA one instead. But New York boxing's in a weird position right now. The first Ultimate Fighting Championship ever was in New York.
Yeah.
And then they said, "Oh, that's too brutal. Guys are getting hit with knees and elbows and stuff." And they said that's too much. And for whatever reason, they banned it. And they just brought it back, but kind of to stick it to them a little bit, they added this crazy insurance policy on it where every fighter had to be covered by $1 million insurance policy.
Oh.
And yeah, and then they included boxers in that as well. So like selling out Madison Square Garden, a giant place where they're making multi-millions of dollars, they could do it because they could cover it. But you got a small boxing show like the way guys come up in New York, where I would come up fighting in a place that only held 100, 200 people. These little club shows, they can't afford that. So those shows are gone right now. It's been that way for about a year now, and it's sad because I've got young up-and-coming guys in my gym who can't get a fight. They've got to go to Connecticut or New Jersey. But the New York boxing scene is kind of frozen right now. I mean, they're going to do the show at MSG, you know, because they can cover it because it's a big enough place.
Yeah.
But the small club shows are really hurting, taking a beating right now in New York.
Oh, I didn't know that was the case, and I didn't know it crossed over into boxing as well. It's very, very strange. And obviously it's not good for grassroots guys coming through, guys from your gym and obviously other gyms in the area as well. It's stuff like that can really kill the sport in an area, I think, especially an area as historically renowned for boxing as New York. It's a shame that that's going on.
It's a shame for the young guys. Like I said, I came up, you know, I started old. I was 28 when I went pro, but I had about 20 fights in like 2 or 3 years, you know, so I kind of caught up to where everyone was.
Yeah.
You know, so, but not being able to fight in New York is a tough one, man. I was fighting every 2 weeks sometimes. You know, these young guys are just floating around my gym with no hope. It's really sad to see it.
Yeah, and it can dissolve, you know, people's drive and people's enthusiasm can really dissolve if they're not getting anywhere. It's a shame to see that. Hopefully they get that resolved at some point soon. You would imagine so. It seems a little bit far-fetched that every show is going to be able to cover £1 million insurance per person, $1 million, sorry, per person. Seanie, I don't want to keep you too much longer, mate. I really appreciate your time. Just give me a quick summary. Next 12 months. Ideal scenario, what would you like to see? Who would you like to face? What route do you think you would go down if you could choose?
If I could choose to tell you the truth, I'd go right for a world title. I mean, I've been in the ring with a bunch of world champions, and like you look at Chris Algieri, for example, he wasn't even ranked anywhere, and he was an undefeated guy, and they gave him a chance at Provodnikov, and he pulled it off. You know, I've been in the ring. I've grown up sparring world champions. I've been sparring Danny Jacobs. I sparred Tony Bella when he came to town years ago. You know, I was just sparring Beterbiev up in Canada. I've, you know, Joe Smith. Me and Joe Smith fought each other in the Golden Glove. We sparred 1,000 times.
Okay.
And, if it's not for a world title, I'd like to fight Joe Smith because we got a long history, and we don't, you know, it's about time we settled it, to tell you the truth.
Who won in the Golden Glove? Seanie, how did that go?
I felt like I won. They gave him the decision. It's on YouTube. Anybody can watch it.
Yeah.
Like it was, you know, amateur style. I guess he landed more punches. I landed the harder punches. But check it out for yourself on YouTube. It's right there.
Definitely.
And you know, Joe beat Bernard Hopkins and his reputation skyrocketed. But Bernard Hopkins looked like a 50-year-old lady to me. You know what I mean? he was like a dead man walking. So I think my sister could have beat Bernard Hopkins that night.
Yeah, maybe there are some tough Irish women out there. I don't doubt that. Listen, Seanie, thank you very much for your time, mate. Thank you for coming on, talking to Fight Talk for the Breakout series. We're going to be tracking you and seeing what happens in the next 12 months. And I'm sure this year, hopefully you'll get something you deserve, mate. Thank you very much for your time. We'll catch up with you soon.
All right, it's been a pleasure, man. Thank you.
Thank you, mate. Bye-bye.